Hello, my name is Brian Stacks. This is for my MUX class, Full Sail Mobile Development course. The purpose of my goals, sorry about that. The purpose of my goals are to prototype my application that I'm planning, give it a usability test with some local users just to see, how the screen and flow of the app work to them. So where you can get some good feedback, maybe some positives and negatives to help with the further processing and development of your app. So first, I would just like to go over my usability testing plan, purpose, and objective for this app. Well, let me firstly introduce my app. It's Sports Up Close. This would be your opening page after you would allow, GPS to get your location. It would show you your local sports teams, high school, pro, don't really matter, just whatever your sports team is, and let you pick that sports team, find an event, get details of the event, and then map out the event to go to it, and even maybe even purchase event tickets if that would be applicable, if there was a way to do it online. But to do this, we had to get a usability testing plan and use our discussion guide to have some questions to ask them about how they felt about the app, why they was using it, to think out loud while they was using it. The purpose and objective of my usability testing plan is to evaluate the app's usability and user interaction. We need to find any bugs or fixes we need to make. We need to check any touch-related bugs or glitches in data loading. We'll use this information to make Sports Up Close a more proficient app. I will be the role. I will be the role of taking the information from the users that's testing. I will do the questioning and overseeing of the app-related tests and any other parts of the usability test that we have to perform. The only other participant of the test will actually be the user who, or was the users who tested the application. My methods will be, I will use a combination of controlled and guerrilla testing. The indoor or controlled testing will be conducted from my home and will involve factors of data usage and responsiveness. My outdoor or guerrilla test will test against factors such as glare, map positioning, and pin annotation zoom. And that will come in later testing further down because I haven't got all that actually put into my app. I just basically got the 4 views for my prototype. But some of the metrics I will be using during these tests will be how quickly the data transferred, the time it takes them to get the information and receive it on each page. I will be interested in the map view page for the options and different things they would want. Always a way to get back from errors after errors pop. No errors have been brought to my attention, like navigational errors anyway. I'd like to get a satisfaction rating and the usefulness of the app idea. We need an iPad or iPhone to use the app. I'll be letting people use my iPad. Notepad, which I have to take notes. Locations, home and random outdoor locations. I will actually start with an introduction. I actually have it, and I would approach the user by saying, hello, my name is Brian Stacks, and I'm a student at Full Sail University, currently enrolled in the Mobile User Experience course. I'm doing a mobile application that fits and suits the needs of a particular group. I must test the usability of the app and the usefulness of the ideas surrounding my app. Can I persuade you for a few minutes of your time to answer a few questions on a few key aspects of my application prototype? Um, I would then try to explain to them what was going on. I would tell them, like, I need your help to determine if my app makes it easy for people to form a couple basic tasks, like finding a local sports team and what events they have, plus a map to find the event. I would then ask the users the questions, which I have. Uh, and then I would just introduce them to the test scenario. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't give them the introduction to the scenario. They would actually be in the test scenario. We would start by giving me the overall feel you get from the app idea and its usefulness to you. Next, I would need you to do a couple of tasks with the app and let me record you as you think out loud about what you are doing and thinking while you are interacting with the application. And it would go a little like this. I would ask them first to pick a local sports team from the list. Next, I would check the team details page to see if that event is right for you. Then pick an event from the event list. Read the event information, then click the map it button to find your location. After you've done that, you can close that view. And it would bring you back to the list again. Find the teams that are local to our area and point the ones you know. I'd like to know off this list from my people around here which ones they would know, and that would be something that would pertain to them that would like. And I would also like, would they like more options on the page, more interactable points. Then I also gave them a survey, gave them a survey link they could complete at home, and I could get their data back. Then I would just thank them for participating in the next innovative app prototype test. I would like thank you for participating in the next innovative app prototype test. Pretty much was how I would do it. But I got a lot of positive feedback, a couple negative feedbacks, but I'd like to run you through my app, how I performed the test. We'll start here. This is the list that had come up with my local sports teams. I actually got this at a 50% scale on my MacBook because the screen's really not that big enough for this. But as you can see, I got my local sports teams here. This is the local professional baseball team. It's I think a AA affiliate of the White Sox, maybe. This is my high school team. It's real close. Neighboring high school team, another neighboring high school. These are some of our professional Carolina Panthers, Charlotte Hornets. Hickory Hornets is a semi-pro football team here locally. And another high school. We'll go to start by hitting the Hickory Red Tornadoes, and then it will give you, the name, the sport, the thing. It would give you an event list of events, events that are just for that particular sports team. You could either go back to the list, pick another one, or you can just pick an event. If you pick an event, it would give the event details. It'll give you some text here about the event, times, dates, and you would also maybe even be able to purchase tickets or use some social media contacts from the event. And then if that was the event you decided on, then you have to go back to pick another event that you can just hit map it, and it would open up a map with the local event with a pin annotation. It would be like a pin annotation where your local events were. I'm just going to zoom down here into where I am. And this probably would be about, there's actually my town that I'm in right here where my arrow is. And you can see we're not that far from Charlotte, but that would probably be about the view I would want to give the zoom. Would be different. a lot of the map workings will be what I'd want to know from the users, or what I have asked from users and got the data back from their answers. Then after you've done that, you can find after you find it, you can close the thing, and you can close the map view, and then you can go back to the main page, or you can either pick another sport, or you can just close the app out. You'd be done with it. But I got a lot of positive feedback. Everybody liked the snappiness of it. Like I said, it was instant. Nothing slow about it. They like the ability to be able to navigate back. One of the negative points was actually when they actually on my device they rotated the app. It threw everything off. I'll show you right here. Yeah, you can't see it all on this screen, but it turns sideways. As you can see, it doesn't fill the whole width of the page, and some little bit of code could fix that. But I didn't really get into no coding as per se to get to this point. Just some very small coding. But that was one of the main negative points that I've got back from my testing, is that when the device rotated, the content on the application doesn't rotate with the device. I sort of planned for it just to stay portrait, not landscape. So that didn't work. That was one of my negative fails. Like I said, a lot of the positives, they like the simple design, the flat easiness. I do need to put an edit button, somebody said up here, where you can edit your list, like delete the ones that you didn't need there. That would have been a good idea. So that was a negative. And the branding, the light green really don't go with it. One person said. But I appreciate you watching my usability test and discussion and reflection video for week 2 of my MUX course at Full Sail University.